So we talk a lot about reading here at the Daily Stoic. Well, today's challenge is prompting you not to read, but to reread, to go find some classic, amazing books that have influenced you and to reread them and to reread them throughout the year. So last year we did this a little bit. I reread The Great Gatsby, I reread The Moviegoer, I reread Memoirs of Hadrian, I read another translation of the Odyssey, which I'd already read. I reread one of my favorite books called Toto-chan, A Girl at the Window. I reread What Makes Sammy Run. These were instrumental, formative books in my life, and rereading them, it was amazing to be able to see the highlighting that I'd done, the things that I'd obviously missed, places I'd clearly gotten things wrong. I could even see all the food that I spilled on the book. So try to pick good books. Don't reread another Tom Clancy book or, reread 50 Shades of Grey. Read something that challenges you. We talked earlier about reading something that you disagree with. Maybe read a book that you really disliked, that you really found objectionable when you were younger. Maybe this was just a few years ago, but the point is challenge yourself to reread it. Marcus Aurelius talks so much about Heraclitus' line about how we don't step in the same river twice. The Great Gatsby that I read in high school, the Great Gatsby that I read in my 20s was fundamentally different than the Gatsby that I read in 2019. And so was What Makes Sammy Run, and so was The Moviegoer. Even Memoirs of Hadrian, I read it. Rereading it this time, I got all sorts of things that we ended up using here at Daily Stoic. So if you have only read the Stoics one or two times, maybe those are the 5 works that you want to consume. Reread Marcus Aurelius, read Letters of a Stoic, read Seneca's essays, read Epictetus. Or ideally, if you don't want to reread just the same text, read a different translation of the same text, see it from a slightly different angle. But get out there, reread, sprinkle it in through your reading throughout the year, and hopefully this becomes a lifelong habit as well. Because reading something once is great, reading it twice is great, reading it 10 times or 100 times can be deeply life-changing.